Here is the latest Rotary Seamatic, this time in all black PVD and with one of their new silicone rubber Hershey-style straps. Back in October 2020, I reviewed the first iteration of this watch, the Rotary Super 7. That watch was in collaboration with Watch Nation and to this day still may be my favorite of all the Rotary watches I have reviewed. Those watches were apparently limited, and once all stock was sold out, Rotary took that case, made quite a few changes, and came out with the C-Matic. These changes were to the dial, the hands, the crown, and most notably, the bezel. So while you have the same case being used, that really is the only similarity, and the C-Matic, while still a budget dive watch, does look very different from its predecessor. Rotary has produced a few versions of the C-Matic now, and these latest ones not only have this PVD model, but also a few new steel models with new dial colors and these silicone rubber straps, and pricing is $327. So yes, first there was the Super 7, and now there is the C-Matic, and I've reviewed, I believe, two different versions of the C-Matic before. C-Matic, I don't know why I just said it so weird. So I'm not going to get into the whole deep dive with this piece as I have done that in the past. I'll link to that previous review, just click in the upper right hand corner. As you may be asking, if it's the same watch, why are you taking a look at another one? Doesn't this have the same movement, the same hands, dial layout, etc.? And the answer is yes. But this time is the first time this has been available in black PVD, at least to my recollection, anyways. And as I have talked about recently, I seem to have an affinity for all black watches, even more so than I have in the past. Yet I just did order myself a personal watch, and no, it was not all black PVD or DLC, rather an all brushed stainless steel one. And yet I did start out researching and searching for an all black watch to buy. But that is for another day and another video. So yes, I wanted to check this all black PVD version out on these new rubber straps. And let me just say, from a visual standpoint, I like this all black Hershey rubber strap version of the C-Matic the best of any of them so far. I wouldn't say I like it better than the original Super 7. I'll talk about that in a minute. But from a pure aesthetic standpoint, this is a good looking piece. This C-Matic follows the same design language of the previous models, and especially the last one I reviewed, the orange dial model with the removal of the Cyclops. Now, Rotary still has some of those Cyclops models available on their website, and while my tastes continue to evolve over the years as I get older, I can't see me ever liking the look of a Cyclops, at least not the ones that sit atop a crystal. But yes, no Cyclops here, a matte dial, orange minute hand, and orange accents around the dial in the form of 5-minute increment marks and the model name. It's an attractive color combo, as we all know, and I will always love the combo of black and orange. The case stays the same, and yes, that means those sides are still high polished. They just happen to be shiny black, and they did not brush or bead blast this piece first. I would have liked this so much more if it was an all matte version of the C-Matic. The bezel insert is still ceramic, and I have to say, I have probably been a little hard on the C-Matic in my reviews because I really did love the Super 7. And while I still prefer it, especially the bezel in terms of looks, I have to say the action on this C-Matic really is great. It's almost hydraulic in feeling, it locks into place, very minimal play, it's easy to turn as there is more than enough room to grip. The crown is still the same, it's easy to get to, screw down as this watch is rated to 300 meters, and it's okay. It's okay to use, and I say that because, well, this is a Miyota 8215 after all. And while many of you may be sick of me complaining about this movement, as I just reviewed another watch with it, the About Vintage Marine Diver, I just can't help it. Do you know that this movement came out in 1977? Yes, 1977. It's been upgraded a little over the years as it now does hack, something that was a huge complaint of many watch enthusiasts for years, and the weird stutter does seem to be gone on the past few watches I reviewed, but I would prefer to see the 8315 being used at least, or like I've said before, something from the 9000 series. And then we have this rubber strap, or should I say, silicone strap. Yes, this strap is silicone, which when I asked Rotary to send this one over to me, I did not realize. I love the look. I've always had a thing for these straps for some reason, whether it was on a Breitling or a Doxa, and it does look good on the Simatic. And as you can see, it fits my 7.5 inch or 19.05 centimeter wrist with a lot of room left over, and it does feel comfortable. But I wish this was natural rubber or FKM rubber or one of the better compounds available. Silicone not only collects all the lint and fuzz and everything else it touches, but in the warmer months, it really makes your wrist sweat. As I said in the beginning, I still like the look of the Super 7, and I wish they were still producing that model with different dial and color variations. I just loved the thick bezel on the Super 7, the dial layout and the hands, and to me, they are the superior version of this watch. That said, these are still relatively affordable. Not as affordable as the Super 7 was, but that was 2020, 4 years ago now, and well, things have changed a lot, of course. If Rotary plans to keep making future versions of this watch, here's what I would like to see: a new handset, a new movement, and if you're going to stick with rubber, let's use one of the much better compounds available on the market these days. A titanium version would be nice to see as well. I also wanted to show another option, an alternative in the same price range, and that would be the Orient Kamasu. Retail price is $365, so just a little over the price of this rotary, but you can find it online for cheaper. Yes, this one has some gold on it, the one I grabbed a pic of at least, but both have rubber straps. It looks to be silicone on the Orient as well, but also sapphire crystal automatic movement and 42 millimeter. The Orient does have an aluminum bezel instead of ceramic, but otherwise I would say they are very comparable. That is a look at the latest Rotary Seamatic model. Be sure to let me know your thoughts on it down in the comment section. Coming up for review next will be the Ball Engineer Hydrocarbon Original, a crazy overbuilt dive watch with a patented crown protection system, as well as tritium tubes sandwiched on the dial and sapphire bezel. Make sure you are subscribed with notifications turned on so you don't miss that one. As always, a like, comment, and sharing the video is greatly appreciated. This is Don Evans from Watch Report. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.